it's Matt, and you might recognise me from my other channel where I'm Matt Von Nerf. And I wanted to do one of my other passions, which is gaming. I absolutely love gaming. I have an Xbox One, an Xbox One X Project Scorpio, an Xbox 360, a PS3, a PS1, a new 3DS, an original DS, a Wii U, an original SNES that's still got its good old yellowing going on. So it isn't original, it was the one I had when I was a kid. And mobile games and things like that. I wouldn't say I'm a fanboy. I'm far from it. What sells the system for me is games and features of the systems. And about 4 days ago, I decided to take the plunge, and even though I never planned on it, I thought, hey, get a Switch. There's some good games out there. And it's a great device. It's a happy medium between my Wii U and my 3DS. So it's portable. I've got two 800 milliamp hour power banks that I can carry around in my pockets, and a really long 2 meter USB-C cable, so I can like umbilicus it to me and then still carry it around while it's charging, which is great. So yeah, I do have a couple of power banks, and I recommend getting those. I picked mine up from B&M Bargains. They're Goodman's ones, and for the price of $12.99, you do get the 4 LEDs showing the amount of power, and they do hold quite a bit of charge. They charged my Switch from 4 to 2 lights from 50%. So I reckon out of one battery, I can get, out of one power bank, I can get a full charge on my Switch just with the one, and I got 2. So that's not too bad. But where shall I start? I suppose with the system, it's in TV mode at the moment, docked. But if I undock it, it's a tiny little handheld tablet, which is fantastic. I love it. And the screen on it is spectacular. And just to make sure it stayed that way, because I like to keep my stuff in sort of mint condition, I picked up some screen protectors made by Orsley, which are a British company, I believe, and they're 0.24mm tempered glass screen protectors, and they are incredibly good. They're definitely worth it. And unlike some of the other ones, which are about 3.4 or 3mm thick, they're way thinner. Well, 0.3mm thick. They're way thinner. The system itself is comfortable and lightweight, and I did purchase these. There's enough for 4 Joy-Cons, so enough for 2 of these each, and they make a world of difference. They just clip onto your Joy-Cons there. I'll pop one off and you can see. They're just like this, and they just snap over your Joy-Cons, and that doesn't block the IR sensor. And the same is with the other side. They just snap on and snap off. They are quite a firm fit, so they're not going to fall off in the game. And they give it more grip, more surface on the back. And that is only a good thing. Accessories wise, that the grips are Nintendo approved. They are licensed by Nintendo. I think they're Hori manufactured. This is definitely a Hori one, and it's a tiny little kickstand because, I mean, if I don't break the kickstand like this, it's so off center. As soon as you put it down, boom, falls over. Useless. But these are small enough that you can quite happily pop it on there and still run your USB-C cable in to charge, and you've got a comfortable viewing angle that's also adjustable depending on how you want it set up. And it's just a simple notch in the back to choose the height. Those are fantastic. I'm really glad I picked that up, and it was really cheap. It was $9.99 from Game. Definitely worth it. And the screen protectors that I also got, I got those from Amazon. They're by Orsley, and they are okay. I will say the first one I destroyed, but the second one went on okay, apart from this little corner where there wasn't enough glue. But they are really good. They stop so much screen glare, and they're spectacular. So I'm gonna attempt to use the controllers to redock it, because sometimes these grips do not like to play ball, and you have to take them off and then press the button. There is a button that goes through, but sometimes it's a little bit stiff. I'm sure that'll break in over time. So yeah, it's just as easy at the moment to pop them off and not risk anything. But this one, for some reason, is a lot lighter, and it's not going to do it for me now. But I believe if you push it at that angle, yeah, there you go. And then they come off nice and easy. And you can slip your back straps onto there. And I'll pop it back into docked mode. Okay. Also, I picked up the limited edition Legend of Zelda carry case, which I thought was great. There's space for 5 games easily in there. I'd say I can probably fit another one in there. And the games that I picked up well, when I bought it and in the last couple of days, Super Mario Odyssey, which is spectacular and a lot of fun, really good fun. Skyrim, if you want some decent, really, I mean this, I can't tell the difference between this and the Xbox One enhanced version. It plays great in docked mode, where you can use the Joy-Cons themselves to swing your sword and to use your shield, or instead you can just use the triggers to block and attack. Just a great game ported over to a great system with some nice new features, and this does come with all of the DLC, so it's like the Legendary Edition. And also I picked up Breath of the Wild because I was going to get it for my Wii U, and I thought, what's the point? I might as well buy a Switch and get it on the Switch. So I got it on the Switch, and it is... I've only done a little bit, I've only just started a little bit because I've only had it a few days, but so far that's turning out to be really good. The most I've played, I would say, is probably Skyrim and a bit of Mario Odyssey. I managed to pick up on eBay, of all places, brand new, a copy of LA Noire, which is normally $19.99, with the strategy guide, and it was all bundled, and it was brand new, unread book, and that was still sealed, still factory sealed, and it comes with all the DLC. And I picked that up for £19.90. So effectively, it's a £15 book and a £19.99 game. So I've made, basically, this book cost me nothing, and this cost me £5 less. Well, 50p less, 10p less. Yeah, you do the maths. I don't know. Anywho. And yesterday, while I was out, I picked up South Park: The Fractured Butthole, because I was trying to get a copy of Bayonetta 1 and 2, but everywhere I went, even though they had it new on shelves, they were like, "Nah, all we've got is pre-owned," and I'm like, "But then I don't get the Bayonetta 1 DLC code, so what's the point? I have to spend another £25 on Bayonetta when I can just order it." So I've ordered one from another company, so that should arrive sometime next week because it's bank holiday weekend. There is room in the bag for your little back straps for your Joy-Con, your Joy-Cons. There's room in there, and there's room in there for your your controller grip. And it also fits the kickstand in there easily, no problem. And there's still plenty of room. I mean, even with just putting the straps for the Joy-Con in there, there's still a ton of room. And there's room up here. And then when you open this part, if you just want to take your Switch and you don't want to take anything else, you probably can't see it because it's sort of printed in such a way it's just reflective, but it's got the Triforce logo. It's exactly the same as that, basically. So this is the Zelda case, which you can see has the cutouts for your Joy-Cons, and then you can just, it's got a nice elastic strap to stop it from wobbling about. It's nice and padded inside. It's quite tough, but it's still slightly flexible. And if you want to take just your Switch somewhere, you can pop it in one of those. Take your Joy-Cons, they'll go in there too, no problem. And that was, I believe, $29.99, but I wanted it because it was a Legend of Zelda one. Who wouldn't? If you're going to get a Nintendo system of any kind, you're going to want Zelda games. I'm going to quickly dash through what games I have bought. Right, I'm currently playing Skyrim. I did buy Icy, which is a spectacularly cool game from the eShop. It's kind of like a beat 'em up, side-scrolling beat 'em up, but it really, really is great. I've had, I think, between Skyrim, Odyssey, and Icy, those are the three games that I've been playing the most. But last night I got Hollow Knight on recommendation from some of my friends on Amino, which is a great community. Sign up to Amino, find the Switch page and join up, and they are a really friendly bunch. They're really nice and really helpful, and you'll end up with, in 2 days I ended up with like 22 followers, and it's still growing, so it's brilliant. I do have South Park at Hole installed and LA Noire and Legend of Zelda, but Hollow Knight I've been looking forward to because it's a lot. Apparently, I haven't played it yet because I only downloaded it last night, but apparently it's sort of a Metroidvania style game where you play as a knight, but it has that Dark Souls element where if you die, you have to go back and find your ghost and get all your items back. It looks good, and from the reviews that it's had, yeah, it seems like a worthwhile purchase. I will definitely vouch for Icy. It's really good fun, and I'll probably get another game later because I can't remember which one. No, it's just me. Yeah, but anyhow, yeah, it's a great system. Docked or undocked, handheld mode, tabletop mode, with the Joy-Cons connected, with them not connected. Icy it tells you on the splash screen at the start that for the best performance, play Icy with headphones. And I have played it with headphones, and it does sound spectacular. It is very, very good. And I think it was only like $7.99 or $8.99 from the Nintendo eShop. So definitely one I'll get. One that you should get because it's just so much fun. There are a few games on the eShop I had been looking at. I had heard, because I got a lot of my information from if you just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, Pokemon Quest, free download. This was recommended to me today by Woodhawker, and if you don't know about him, then I suggest you check out his channel. Beat 'em ups. He's the reason I got a Switch. I watched some of his videos and saw how enthusiastic he was, and that he suffered from depression and anxiety and the same sort of things as me, and he absolutely adored the Switch. He was really, really enjoying it, and I thought, well, if he likes it, and there's so many great games, and he raves about how great the games are, then, you know, there's hope. And I played it, and I was impressed to begin with. And then once I got my 128 gig memory card for it, which only cost me something really ridiculously cheap on Amazon because it was on sale, once I had it and I got it up and running, and I was playing, and I was trying out the docked and undocked and the handheld mode and the tabletop mode and the TV mode and all that stuff, and I was just having fun playing around with the different configurations, I realised how flexible and how much fun the Switch is. And it's all down to Woodhawker, and I want to say a big thank you to Wood, because he's been an inspiration, and I know I've got some idea of how he feels, because I have the same problems, and I know how he feels, and I know that it's great to have such a nice, thriving, happy, fun and kind community as the one on Amino. So if you haven't got it, if you've got a Switch, or if you're planning on getting a Switch for Christmas or something, get a Switch, get some, definitely the kickstand replacement, because that kickstand is terrible. I mean, on this thick carpet it just falls over, it's pointless. I can just about get away with playing it on my dining room table, but why am I going to sit at my dining room table when I can sit on the floor and play it in front of my TV? Makes no sense. So yeah, the stand is a definite buy. The grips, if you want the extra comfort, are definitely worth it. You can get, I think I was going to get them yesterday, but I didn't. But you can get small grips that turn each Joy-Con into a miniature controller, so you can use Mario Kart like that. But I haven't got Mario Kart yet, so I thought I would adopt the system earlier rather than later, so that I could buy games, and then in the future I wouldn't be going, oh, but this old game that I want, and I want that, so I want to get that as well. So what I'm trying to do is get all the games at the moment that I want that are out. The next one will be Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and that's coming out in a couple of days. I think Tuesday, and I'll be going, when I get my unlock code for my phone. I'll be going to Game and purchasing that, but I'm going to pre-order Let's Go Eevee, because I'm sick of Pikachu, to be honest, but I like Eevee, so I'll get Let's Go Eevee, and Bayonetta 3 I'm looking forward to. And how can it be a Nintendo system without a Metroid title? So I'll definitely be pre-ordering Metroid Prime 4, because I haven't seen the gameplay footage. All I've seen is what they released, Nintendo released, and that was just 4 and then Metroid Prime 4 coming soon to Switch, and it's like, how cool is it going to be? But apparently that'll be released next year, as well as Bayonetta 3. Yeah. I mean, my mum died recently, and that put me in a really bad place. At the moment, I'm trying to deal with everything all at once, as well as the will and probate and all the other stuff that nobody really needs to know about. But it's a lot of paperwork, and it's a lot of a headache, and it really does drain me. So it is nice to have a system that I don't have to boot up, find a disc, put the disc in, sit there, play it for a little bit, get loads of random messages from people I don't care about or want to speak to on Xbox. I do put myself on on invisible pretty much all the time on Xbox, because I don't really play multiplayer at all, which is why I probably won't be getting Splatoon 2, because there's no point. I'm not a multiplayer player. I'm a single player guy. I like RPGs. I like beat 'em up single player sort of Metroidvania style games. I'm not much of a multiplayer person, and I like having the flexibility of being able to take it wherever I want to go, and having the Joy-Cons charge off the Switch itself. That's great. I don't really see the point in having the Joy-Con dock where you can plug loads of Joy-Cons in, unless you've got one Switch and you've got a family and everybody wants their own Joy-Cons, and you can just all of you buy a Switch instead. It's easier, and then you can all have your own screen. Simple. Yeah, so that's been my early experience with the Switch. Oh, and I can tell you, it's true. Get LA Noir? Oh my, oh. Ugh. 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 Yeah, I didn't mean to lick it that much. Oh Christ, that's just so bad. The cartridges taste like crap. They are awful. They are so bitter and they are foul. And I know why Nintendo did that. All of my games, I've licked. Actually, I've licked all of my cartridges, which sounds really weird, but I have. I've licked all my cartridges to see if they're the same, and all of them taste absolutely disgusting. They all have this bitter taste to them, and as far as I'm aware, the reason is they're small, and it stops little kids from sticking them in their mouth, and then potentially choking on them, because they'll just go and spit it out because it's so disgusting. So yeah, Switch cartridges, if you have a Switch cartridge, just lick it, just try it, trust me, it's disgusting, it's absolutely foul. Now my gaming channel won't be entirely Switch based, there'll be some Switch content and I'll be talking a lot about the Switch, especially when it's just me. Sometimes I'll have my friend Danny here who will be playing games with me. We'll be playing some multiplayer stuff, maybe some Lego City Undercover or something like that, I don't know. But we'll also be playing games where we'll just hot swap the controller and talk about our experiences with the game and how we feel about it. But I think that covers everything in my current Switch loadout. But yeah, I would say if you've had a Wii, that sounds really bad. If you've used the Wii U or you've owned a Wii U or a Wii, I would definitely recommend getting a Switch. And if you like your 3DS, that's great. There's some great Pokemon titles out there. I have a few, and I have a new 3DS and Monster Hunter Generations 3, and it does use the little C nub stick for the camera controls for the Circle Pad Pro, and it works perfectly. It's a great game, which is why I'm waiting for Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate to come out on the Switch in a few days, Tuesday. So yeah, if you like them, if you like the idea, don't take my word for it. Check beat 'em ups. Wood talks much more about it than I could. He's much more eloquent. He's been doing it for 5 years. He knows what he's talking about, and he seems like a great guy. And he's helped me a lot inadvertently, and you know, without his real sort of knowledge or actual input, he's helped me a lot just through watching his videos and listening to his reviews and him talk about stuff and how enthusiastic he gets about things. It's fantastic. It's great. But I will go more in depth on some of the other games on other videos. But that's my current setup for my Switch. I'm sure it'll change. I'm sure I'll get some little Joy-Con grips so I can play Mario Kart with the Joy-Cons, or rather than the wheel, because motion control is just terrible. If you ever try playing Mario Kart 7 on the Wii U, putting that the Wiimote inside a steering wheel and trying to use motion control is just terrible. Just use a classic controller Pro. Perfect. But yeah, if it's rare, I'll probably get it. If it's generally, if you've got any suggestions for great games, I would be more than happy to listen to your opinions. I will reply to each and every one of you as long as I can, and as long as you've got a question or a suggestion or just a hi, just drop by and say hi. But yeah, seeing as this is a new channel, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and you'll get notified of my latest upload. And hopefully I'll get a more scheduled upload system running, and you'll be able to get, like, I can say every Saturday you'll get a new video, or every whenever. But that's my current setup, and I really like it. These are fantastic, except you've got to be careful not to lose the little thumbsticks. So I'll probably end up putting this packaging inside my case. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. This has been a new channel, so show your support, show your love, and take care guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.